Hello again, Claire Cantro with Spread the Well, and this is video number 2 on my stretch series, kind of diving into whether or not we should be stretching, and if so, if we are someone that requires stretching, what that looks like. So what I will say is there are two body types that I see in my patient population and in the collective that probably should not be stretching. And I know that probably goes against everything you have ever heard about, let's just stretch it out. You go to the doctor with some strain, we're getting neck stretches, we're doing all of that kind of thing. So stick with me here. So the two groups of people who I find are often either seeking the stretching as a way to feel release of some sort, or a group of people who have been told their whole lives how inflexible they are and how badly they need to stretch. I get patients all the time, they come in, I know I need to be stretching, and then I put my hands on their tissue and they're like, a brick wall. Well, sorry, stretching is just not in the cards for you. So let me tackle that second group, which is a group of individuals who just, what I kind of describe is their connective tissue, their fascia, that overlapping of connective tissue that envelops our whole body is just so much tighter and more rigid than other people. Okay, so you are the group of people who were told your entire lives that you need a stretch, and you feel tight all the time. Now this goes against everything possibly what you've ever learned, but these individuals cannot truly, just with simply trying to stretch or elongate connective tissue, achieve what they want to achieve in terms of lengthening connective tissue or getting their muscles to relax, right? And gain flexibility. The amount of time that person would need to sit in a stretch and hold a stretch is so long that it's just not worth it. What I encourage these people to do, what you truly don't need is connective tissue lengthening. What you need is mobilization of connective tissue. Okay, so these are the people who you got to get a foam roller, you got to get whatever percussion gun makes sense for you. I first off bought the Theragun when it hit the market, and there's lots of different models out there. The idea though is that you're getting that percussion, that rhythmic type of thing, not a vibration, but kind of that thumping quality is the key. Or any of these things that are like the wave board, wobble board, rebounders, the little mini trampoline rebounders. Interesting thing about trampolines is they were called jumpolines way back when, until your mom got on one. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna post this, but I'm just gonna move forward. I don't get to do these jokes like I used to do in the clinic because I'm now on my own. Anyway, hopefully got a chuckle out there somewhere. Any modality that takes your connective tissue and creates some resonance and vibration and percussion in the tissue. That is how we get really, really, really tight fascia and connective tissue to start easing and mobilizing. Okay, and so do away with the stretching and give yourself some grace. Stop saying the narrative, I know I need to be stretching. There is no amount of stretching that will have you achieve what you're looking for in terms of lengthening tissue and flexibility. Now, with that being said, if you get to a point where you set yourself up on a really good body release program. One thing I didn't mention, got sidetracked with the mini tramp, is any type of ball that does trigger point release of any sort. Okay, so that is that's what you want to stick to in terms of trying to get some connective tissue mobility in your body. If you stick to a program and you start actually feeling a little bit looser, then at that point we can potentially introduce some connective tissue lengthening and stretching. But you are going to waste a lot of time, and oftentimes to no avail, with no improvement, and just a lot of perpetuated frustration if you keep trying to do that. So invest in some tools that are going to help take your connective tissue and mobilize it in a way that you feel less restricted in your body. Okay, I talk about this we have an internal straight jacket, right? That is our connective tissue and our fascia. Ideally, that fascia is movable and fluid. It's like a spider web, which I'll say, oh, excuse me, I just spit, which I'll say that is a spider web going up for my Halloween decorations. And our connective tissue should be that movable and that fluid. For those of us who are not born with that really fluid body, that's how you want to achieve it, by mobilizing tissue, not by stretching tissue. And again, this will make sense if you follow this series a little bit more, with the importance of recognizing when our body feels tight, why it feels tight, and the actual productive ways that we can achieve it feeling like it's loosening and we feel a little bit looser and lighter in our body. Okay, stay tuned.